This is the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One Team number 63, the W13 E-Performance chassis, as raced in the Miami GP of 2022, driven by George Russell. And I am amazed at this model, at this car. And I'm saying that because I have not gone to any Formula One races in actually quite a few years. And so when I saw this particular car in 2022, this livery, I was not that impressed with it. I didn't think it stood out at all. But getting it firsthand in this model form, this is a good looking car. And Spark has done a very, very good job per usual. So there's really no surprises there. Again, the biggest surprise is just how impressive this livery actually looks. The overall shape is perfect, of course. The wheel detail is really good too. There's not too much detail, obviously, because of these covers, and that's supposed to be for our aerodynamics. And the one thing I can say is that, you know, all of the plastic parts on here, which is mostly the carbon fiber bits, look very, very realistic, even though they are all plastic. And I like the fact that each one of these elements on this model have these different textures, and they're done so well. So that is a huge plus. This front wing does have all of the expected bits and pieces. These attachments are black, just like the real car. So no, it's not a molded plastic part that wasn't painted correctly. That is absolutely correct. And this part here where it's bare metal is bare metal, just the way it should be. So in the back of this model, you do have the LEDs, which are very, very well done. And you can see them clearly there. The rear LED is very well too. The exhaust outlet, nice and deep, so it definitely looks realistic, which is very, very nice. The other thing I like about this exhaust is just the fact that this is actually plastic here, but it looks like it's metal, and it's not metal. There is no burn. It's as if this car was never started, so there's really no burn effect on there. That's the only thing I would have liked to see, because Spark actually does a really good job when they do have that effect on their exhaust. Taking a closer look, you do have the DRS system, which looks really good. All of the decals on this model are fantastic. I have no worries or concerns of them coming off at all. And they're done pretty seamlessly. There's no outline for a decal at all on here. And it looks really, really good. The dry carbon fiber looks like, surprise, surprise, dry carbon fiber. And something that I'm really amazed at is just all of these little bits and pieces, these aero bits. It really makes you wonder how much of an effect each one of those bits have in the wind tunnel. It would have been really, really cool to see that effect. Even the aero in the front of this particular car is aerodynamic. It's very thin. Not all the other cars during this year have the aero done that way. So again, that was Mercedes' way of, again, getting around that wind resistance, which is really good. If you look at the wing here, the front wing, and the carbon fiber pattern there, the carbon fiber pattern here, and then the carbon fiber pattern on the push rods, all of the textures look different, and that's the way it should be. And it's done so accurately. And just going back to aerodynamics, I thought that when I saw this winglet split here, I thought, oh crap, the model's broken. No, that is actually the way it's supposed to be. Again, that is another way of getting airflow through to the car. And the more you think about it, it makes sense. If the airflow is pushing through here, they opened this up so it could go around this front wheel and not hit it directly. Just really, really well thought out. The vents right here are true vents, so that is very accurate, and I do like that they are true vents. This is a metal piece here. It's basically attaching the, or stabilizing this ground effect here. And if you recall, this car did have it where it was purposing. That means that bouncing up and down, and it needed as much stabilization as possible. It's a close look at that back exhaust. And the driver's helmet is very accurately done. It's very good. The seatbelt is a true stitched seatbelt. You have the photo etched buckles, so it looks really nice and accurate. And of course you have this steering wheel as well with all the buttons and switches. And as usual with Spark, you do have the print on the base of the model. I've always liked the subtleness of how the print is on the Spark models. And there you are. This is the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One Team number 63, George Russell by Spark. And now to my conclusions. Well, this 2022 Miami Grand Prix racer really actually impressed me. When I saw this on television, I wasn't that impressed. I wasn't impressed with the 22 livery of any of the Mercedes, but now, seeing this firsthand, it's changed my mind. I really like the contrasting of the silver arrows color along with those platinum stars. It's a really, really good look. You may have also noticed there is the FTX graphic as well. That is the artistic graphic that's on the rear wing and also part of the halo. The ironic part, if you didn't notice already, FTX being a cryptocurrency company ended up being a big Ponzi scheme. So it left a lot of people out of money. We're talking billions of dollars, which is ironic because on that back graphic it says FTX forever. So there's a lot of irony that goes on with that company. If you do some research, you'll see exactly what I mean, especially during the 2022 Super Bowl. If I was to give a rating onto this model, I would give it a $2.50. I'm only giving it 2.5 because it'll take a long time for something like this to actually grow in value, because there are so many variations of Formula One cars and they produce new ones every year. So it does take time, but I do think that historic livery with that graphic is definitely going to add to the value of this car. Please like and subscribe. That is the best way I'm going to know you're enjoying these videos. Next time I have a very, very special model, and I'll tell you already, it's a Pagani. So that's going to be after the Lamborghini review, which will be the very next one. So please stay tuned. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time.